Otto Kneidinger is perhaps one of the best football players to ever graduate from Bellwood. Born on May 17, 1933, Otto Kneidinger left an indelible mark during his entire football career. Graduating from Bellwood in 1951, Kneidinger served as one of the best defensive players in Bellwood history, under Bellwood head coach Earl Strong. Standing at 6'1" and 210 pounds, he played defensive end during his years at Bellwood. After Bellwood, he played football for Pitt and started as a freshman. He later transferred to Penn State, where he became the team captain. Head coach of Penn State, Rip Engel, commented on Kneidinger, saying he was one of the best defensive players that he has ever coached. In the 1955 NFL Draft, Kneidinger was selected by the San Francisco 49ers in the 29th round. However, he decided not to play in the NFL to pursue his career in coaching.
Otto Kneidinger is probably the most decorated football player that ever came through Bellwood. You know, he played at Penn State. We were at a football conference a couple years ago. Well, not, I guess it was more than a couple years ago. And Joe Paterno saw all the Bellwood football coaches there with their Bellwood stuff on. He's like, hey, I know Bellwood. My first recruit ever at Penn State was Otto Kneidinger, and I hitchhiked from Penn State to Bellwood to watch him play football. You know, and then he told the whole story to the whole state coaches association. But he was a very good football player here at Bellwood, a very good athlete. You know, he has the school record in the shot put, which has been there since 1951. I think he's a three-time medalist at the state track meet. He was captain of the Penn State football team, coached college, played in the NFL. So very definitely probably one of our people who have made the most impact in their sport, you know, being part of the Blair County Sports Hall of Fame, you know, so he has a lot of accolades. And, you know, it's kind of cool when you think about a guy from Bellwood coming and playing in the NFL or being captain of the Penn State football team.
After playing for 3 years at Penn State, at the age of 23, he would go on to be a football coach at Tyrone. From the years 1956 to 1957, Kneidinger would serve as the assistant coach at Tyrone Area High School, marking the beginning of his coaching career. Later, in 1958, he would move on to become head coach at York Suburban High School near York, Pennsylvania for 4 years. And in 1963, he was also the head coach at Meadville High School for just one season. Kneidinger was able to establish a record of 35-12-1 during his career as a high school head coach. Starting in 1964, he would begin his collegiate coaching career. He would be an assistant coach at Lafayette College. In 1971, he would go on to become a defensive coordinator at the University of Pennsylvania. In 1979, Kneidinger became the head coach at West Chester University. Kneidinger would coach 2 more colleges as a defensive coordinator and as a linebacker coach at Rutgers University and the University of Delaware from 1984 to 1989 and 1990 to 1996, respectively. Kneidinger had a record of 30-21-1 during his head coaching career in college football. In 1990, he was inducted into the Blair County Sports Hall of Fame, being the first to ever achieve this record from Bellwood. Tragically, on May 22, 2001, Kneidinger passed away from cancer-related causes. Today, Kneidinger career as a football player and a coach leaves behind a legacy that inspires athletes for generations to come.